Today I have two extremely important things to talk about. First, I am going to talk about what to expect from the price of Bitcoin now that we have had the halving already. So that will be the first thing. Second, we do have something major because as you know, GBTC, the spot Bitcoin ETF from GBTC, has been one of the largest sellers of Bitcoin recently. And we have something major happening in regards to that, which is going to have a massive effect also on the spot Bitcoin ETF market. So guys, very important stuff to talk about today. Welcome back everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. And what we can see is that after my video yesterday, you know that I was talking about this very strong edge of the orange box and how it was holding up the Bitcoin price. The bulls were trying to defend this area and they managed to do that. Look at this. The bears tried to push us down multiple times, but the bulls were in control, and from this point we have now seen a little bit of a bounce, but we're having some trouble breaking through these specific areas here at $65,300. So if we manage to break through this, I am expecting the next major move to be at $68,500. Yes, we're also gonna meet some resistance here around $66,000. But overall, I'm expecting us to sooner rather than later go up to $68,500 again for Bitcoin. I still think that Bitcoin is looking pretty decent. Now, one major thing happening later on today is that the traditional markets futures are going to open up. And as you know, guys, the traditional markets are at a very key point here because after failing the support here at the orange line, after having a couple of bounces, we broke below this point and we found support of the next orange line, which was 4,956. Now we went up, we met resistance now at the orange line at 5,050, rejection, and now we are gonna have to see, are we going to break through this point or are we going to come down and visit the $4,950 again? So that is what I will be watching as the traditional markets are opening up later on today. Now let's talk about the price action you can expect after the Bitcoin halving. So what we have here is in green, you have the price performance after the first halving. If you extrapolate that and look at where, if we have the same kind of price growth as the first halving, where would that take us with the current price action, okay? So if we have the same kind of price action as the first halving, then we are going to see like a $3 million Bitcoin this cycle. Okay, this is the first halving, it is the green line. The second halving is this orange one. And also after the halving, we had massive price pumps. And if we do the same thing, we're gonna get close to $1 million here. Now, the yellow one is the third halving. So the third halving saw a price increase that was very, very nice as well. But if we see the same kind of price growth, we're gonna reach close to $500,000. Now, and in black here, you have the average across all of these ones. Now, here is the thing. You can see a very clear pattern that the price pumps after each halving becomes less and less. So the highest ones was obviously this green one. It was after the first halving. Second one, the orange line, also massive. Third one, also massive. But you can see how it goes down with every halving so far. So it is pretty safe to say that we're not gonna see as aggressive price growth for Bitcoin this halving. But even if we have something like half of what you saw the previous halving, it is still gonna take us to more than $250,000. So that is one key thing to think about. And you just have to understand that when you look at these kind of things, we have had for every halving, we have had less growth. So we're most likely going to have less growth also this halving. It just takes so much more money to move the price for Bitcoin right now compared to when it was just a few $100s per Bitcoin or even thousands of dollars per Bitcoin. Now it is bigger. It takes more money to move it, but also it hopefully means that the pullbacks are not going to be as severe. But if we just take like 50% of the previous growth, which was the previous halving cycle, which was the yellow one, we're still gonna reach above $200,000. And for me, this cycle, I think $160,000, $170,000 is pretty safe for Bitcoin this cycle. So yeah, let's see what is gonna come out of that. But I just wanted to show you this comparison and show you what's going on right here, because we have so many bullish catalysts right now that has already happened for Bitcoin. We have the spot Bitcoin ETF, we have the halvings, or the halving, I should say, and we have a lot of things going for Bitcoin. Now, one key thing is, you know that one of the biggest sources of FUD right now, or it has been since the spot Bitcoin ETFs were launched, is that GBTC has been seeing steady outflows every single day here for Bitcoin. Now, on average, you have seen $242 million worth of sells from GBTC per day. Now, we have some massive news in regards to this. As we know, right now, they hold 304,000 Bitcoin. But what they have said is that they are going to launch another. They're going to kind of branch off part of the GBTC ETF right here and make it another ETF which has the lowest fees possible. Because why are you seeing so much sales here? Because the fees from GBTC on this ETF is just so much higher than the other ETFs. So people are selling these ones and hopefully buying other ETFs. But here's the thing, they're gonna launch this, which is gonna have the lowest fees in the industry, from what I understand. Now also, and this is the key thing, what they're gonna do is they're gonna take 10% of what the GBTC fund was worth on the 1st of January this year. They're gonna take that amount and put it into this new fund. So if you look at what the Grayscale Trust was worth on the 1st of January, it means that 20% of the entirety of this 304 Bitcoin that they have is going to be grandfathered, if you will, into the other ETF. It's going to be converted into the other ETF, which means that 20% is going to be taken away from this ETF, GBTC, the regular, normal GBTC ETF. So hopefully the sell pressure here is going to subside because of this, because it is actually a massive chunk of the Bitcoin that they hold that they're going to convert into that other ETF. So hopefully that is also going to be another bullish thing for Bitcoin. So the spot Bitcoin ETFs are approved, the halving has happened, and hopefully also the fear of the GBTC sells here could also be removed. Maybe we'll start to see maybe even break even here very, very quickly for the GBTC ETF. Now, one key thing I also want to point out is that inflation is starting to become a bit of a problem again. And especially if you look at the price of commodities like oil, you look at gold, obviously has been gone up, but also you have things like copper. And these are things like, these things are being used in materials. These are being used in the world. So when you buy products, they're using these commodities. So when the price of commodities goes up, obviously it means that the price of goods is going to go up and services is going to go up. So we need to keep our eyes on this, because we have a high now for copper since June of 2022. So it continues to go up. So let's keep our eyes on that for sure, guys. It's starting to become a problem, and I will continue to update you in regards to that. So this could be one of the key things that is going to potentially dampen the growth for Bitcoin, maybe. But if the Fed reacts badly to this, I will say. But let's see, guys. Let's see. That is the only thing we know. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.